Everybody, welcome to my channel. We are live and in color. I'm sorry you might be hearing Dee Dee because I was watching Dee Dee, but I figured I'm gonna go now live because we have a lot to get through. This is going to be a huge collection. A lot of you have been requesting this video, so I'm going to go into the room. We are starting way earlier than normal, so yes, we actually are going to be going through my whole adult coloring book collection. It is a huge collection. I am not going to lie. So I am going to share this. Hold on, let me share this to Facebook. So this way that we go on to the two groups. So I'm going to put it in my group and in the Reading with Pugs group. I'm just sharing in a group. The books are all over the place in my house right now because that's how many books I have. But also that I'm sharing in the other group, so this way you guys know that I am in live and I am in color. Sharing the group. Reading with Pugs, and now I am. So hello to everybody that I haven't said hello to. Hold on, let me go back to live chat because sometimes when you're doing this, I have a sweater on because it is a little cold. And I am not pregnant. I'd like everybody to know that I am not pregnant. Hold on, let me take this off because I just came in from the cold to get some lovely pumpkin spice. There are some new books. I know. I want to wait till a few more people come because I do want to have somebody count the book. This is going to be a very huge book. I actually stopped counting at a certain point, and so then I've gotten a ton more books. So I'm waiting for more people to come from the stream. I'm just taking a sip of my pumpkin spice. The holiday cups are out if anybody is wondering what I'm drinking. I am drinking a pumpkin spice latte. That is my favorite thing. Hello Lori, how are you? This is going to be a long stream, guys. This is going to be just the print books because it would be too difficult for me to do the PDFs, and my stuff is all over the place because I'm trying to get things off the shelves, but I guess I'm going to have to put things back on the shelves. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to go through the hardcovers first. Now this little book is called Brew Liam Met. This is, I guess 5 people are watching, so if we want to start, let's start. So who wants to do the counting? This first book is a Korean coloring book. It's little. I bought it off of, I think, Cool Craft or 70 East Books. It's called Brew Liam Met. It's about fantasies and mythological creatures. It's a little book compared to Botanical, and it's skinny. I should not have. Sorry guys, it will be buffering. I've been trying to delete things. Hold on guys, this is not. Hold on. Maybe I should take this off and put the book like this so you guys can see better. So you guys can see it better. This book is called Brew Liam Met. It's a Korean coloring book. It's a hardcover. Some of you, I have done a flip of this. The book is really pretty. I'll just give you a peek of what's inside it. It's little. I'm not even sure they sell it anymore. If anybody wants to do this, this is going to be a very long stream, guys. So if you got pictures like this, the line order is nice. It is a heavier cardstock if anybody wants to see it. So that's Brew Liam Met. And of course, I always put these little things on it when I'm done with it because I like to keep track of everything. So there is a flip through of this coming to the channel. I just don't know when because I have 19 flip throughs already filmed. So in case we die. The next book, that needs no introduction of this one, Botanical. All of you have seen this book. You all know this book. This is Botanical. This is by Maria Troll. Hello, Susan. We are going through my adult coloring book collection today. And this is going to be a very long video. So this is the second one. So this is the second one. We're going through the hardcovers first. This is Botanical. Now, some of you know this as the Maria Troll book. I like coloring in this books very much. That's some of the stuff I've done in it. I haven't done much in it. And I did this one recently. Some of you saw this one. So that's number 2. So guys, I might not go through every book because it would be just too hard unless there's a book you specifically want. Number 3, Reese by Maria Troll is the third one. I'm counting this right now as we do this. Reese is number 3. This is also the Dutch version of this. This is the Dutch version of this book. The book actually, Sammy showed this book already in her coloring channel, but her title is Vivi Needs a Friend. They redid it. You can buy this. This book was hard to find. I had to go to Amazon UK to get it. So that was number 3. Now this book was a bit of a weird book because this book is weird. Susan, there's a good, you know who did a good gold tutorial? Oh God, who is the girl who did the good gold tutorial? Now, I ordered this from a coloring book company called The Art of Modern Rock. They are no longer on Etsy, unfortunately. So when I bought this, they gave me 2 copies of the book. So they gave me the hardback cover, which is like this. And you know what? This is a book that I don't think I have seen anybody have. In the thing, I don't see many people have this book. I don't really think so. What they did was give me a hardcover version of it and get things like this, like, because the book is so small, I can't even tell you how good the paper is. This is like really glossy paper. It has all like these pretty things in it. Like they give you blank pages here, and it still smells nice and fresh. Get things like this. So it's a really nice stained glass. If you want like nice stained glass, it's more like a stained glass coloring book kind of. But then they also gave me a version like this. So it's a different paper. So you get things like this in the book, which is the same version as this one. So you can get things like that in it. So I don't think you guys have seen this book. So this is a very rare book because I can't seem to find anybody who has it besides me. So if I get up, it's only to bring out more books, guys. So I want you guys to understand that. This. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. This is from Holland with Love. Now, as some of you know, this was enabled by the lovely Miss Jen of Reading with Pugs. This is a Dutch book. It's by Maja van den Berg. Now, the images in this are really cute. And as you can see, she left me a lovely little bookmark, which I have kept in here. I have not colored in this at all. That might change. We are doing a coloring book haul. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So forth. So this is number 6. If I get up, guys, it's only to get more books. So some of you have this book. I just want to show you a little bit of what's in the book, because I have a flip through of this on my channel. Most of these I have flip throughs on my channel. Not everything, but we'll get to that when we get to the box of flip throughs to be done. I did get new books. There are new books on the way, but they haven't shown up yet. I'm expecting to get 5 more books before the end of the year, guys. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Someone needs to keep track of it. Nightfall coloring book, illustrated by Maria Troll. You all know this book. Twilight Garden by Maria Troll as well. I have a thing with Maria Troll's books. I love Maria Troll books. So, we're doing the hardcovers first because they're easier to do than anything else. Now, some of you may not know this book, or some of you may know this book. This is the Korean fairy tales coloring book. 8, okay. Lori will be our official counter if she wants to stay with us. This is the Korean coloring book. Some of you know this. I think I have a flip through of this on my channel. But here's some of the artwork in it. I'm not coloring in this at all. Didn't mean to color in it. It's just a matter of when I'm in the mood to color it. Sometimes you're not in the mood to color it. Look at that art. I'm gonna get a picture like this. And there's different fairy tales in Korean. I like this little girl. You could do some nice stuff with her. This girl is becoming a popular figure in some of my Japanese and Asian books. Hello, Candy Colorful World. This will be 9. Okay. I'm going to be right back, guys. I need to get more books. So don't you guys worry, they are in an order that is... Sorry guys, I'm just... Sorry guys, I had to get more books. So, hey May. Is May here? I don't see May. Did I miss her? Everybody knows this one. This is by Hannah Carlson. This is Jewelry Box I loved Hannah Carlson. I saw so many people do a flip through. Now, I could have waited to have gotten the English version, but I wanted to get the Swedish version. This is Jewelry Box. It's a really pretty book, so I got the Swedish version of it. Some of you may have seen it. This is one picture I did with gel pens and pencils. I forget what pencils I use because I use so many pencils. But you know I use gel pens. So that is Jewelry Box. Next one, Seasons by Hannah Carlson. Now we're doing our Hannah Carlson. Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. That wasn't, we already showed that one. Summer Nights. I think I was doing something that required me to put paper down in the book. Guys, so just... Maybe that was supposed to be the next picture I was working on. Magical Dawn. So, 9, 12, 13, 14. Laura, is 14 the right number? If I'm not mistaken. Tenderful Enchantments. $13. Tenderful Enchantments by Clara McCulver. Magical Delights. We know this book as this title, but in English it's Magical Delights. And of course, this book just came back into print. This is Sagna, Oak Sagna. These are the hardcovers. So, sorry guys, I gotta constantly get up and put this back because it is attractive to this. Okay, we're at 16. Who did their collection today? Was it John, the bibliophile, this colorist that did his collection today? Tillsman's by, I think John did one today. I saw one by John, I think, a video by John. Tillsman. This is a book of her faces, so here's something that I was working on and I forgot what color brown this is. I messed up with the skin tone here, but you guys can't really see it because it's on camera. It looks totally different. You know, I was trying to play with darker skin. So, here's one that I did that I liked a lot. I added some glitter to it at the bottom. Here's some of her faces. This is basically a book if you want to practice skin tone. You can practice skin tone. No, please don't go and be like doing that. So I like this book. Next book I was enabled by Miss Sammy. Girl Power. Now all of you who know this book, there are a lot of you who know this book because Miss Sammy enabled me to buy this book. I did a flip through of this on my channel. Now a lot of you know this book. Here's a Tinkerbell. I haven't done anything in it yet, but people were complaining that I didn't have enough Disney on my channel. So, that's Tinkerbell. That. Now the next Disney book, Disney Princesses Art of Coloring, 100 Images to Color and Inspire. Now this book is nice because the paper's nice. And I'll tell you something, it takes a lot of my, see here's one that I was doing, but I forgot what colors I used to do this picture. So. Now my problem is, I'm having a problem with storage right now, Andrea. Finding places to store my books, so it's, for me, it's gotten to the point where I'm not able to easily store things. Guys, when I get up, it's only because I need to grab books. Sorry, guys. The Color It books. Oh, no. Why is it doing that? Guys, sorry about that. So, now we go to the Color It books. Colorful Unicorns. Which is the new one. I did not get the Native American one because sadly that is not for me. Don't get me wrong, I think the images are nice, but they are not something that I would normally color. So I have a few books here. Colors of the Decade. This is a really fun book. I think I've colored a few pictures in here. Here's one that I did using mostly the water brush pens, the Color It water brush pens, guys. I did this and it was like my first time using them, so I wanted to play with them. So I thought this was a really fun one to do. It was just something that I did out of, I like this one, so this is one of the pictures that I did out of that book. The paper's nice, guys. Well, some people don't like them, but Colorful Seasons, an adult coloring book. That's a nice one. Colorful Scriptures. So this is basically a scripture book. What was I working on? Today I was working on this. I used some marker on this, but then I also used some gel pen and some water brush pens on this one. This is the one that I'm working on right now. This is the one that I'm working on right now. I need to get the refill for this color, so I used the brush pen for the blue background. This one is the Colorful Scripture one. This is done in, that was done in marker. The pencil, this was done in pencil, and this blue one was done in gel pen. So the gold stars were done in gel pen as well. So this is the Colorful Scripture one. So I'm doing that in a couple of mixed media, so I want you guys to be aware. This one is mythical and fantasy. Hold on, guys. You guys need to go up a little bit. We need to go up a little bit so you guys can see the cover. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm in the middle of that you guys were not supposed to see. I want you guys to get more of the view of it so you guys can see what the titles are. Colors of Inspiration, which is like basically like a doodle pattern thing that they do. Here's one that I did. Here's one that I did in gel pen. I think it was a picture all in gel pen. And I did this all in gel pen. So that's the one that I did, believe. A Colorful Christmas. A Colorful Christmas. Colorful Quilts. And Blissful Scenes. Lori, how many does that take us up to? You said 19. I have 28 so far. That was 28. I think that was 28. Okay, guys, the next pretty books that I have, this just got bent, but that's okay. I'll get that fixed. Is the Linda Ravenscroft Fairy and Fantasy art books. Now, these are expensive. These were about $35. Hi, Charlotte. We're doing a collection haul. So, these are the only 3 Ravenscroft books that I have. I love her art. Her art is really beautiful. So I've already covered 28 books. according to Lori. So this is Linda Ravenscroft Fairy and Fantasy Art. Now some of you, oops, I remember not to knock the tripod. This one I did. Some of you saw the picture. The coloring, I have some of the I have some of the Coloring Book Cafe ones as digital ones because I signed up for a membership, but they don't offer a membership anymore. Some of you remember this picture. This was one of the first pictures I did. I did this in a lot of different mediums: pencil, marker, gel pens, markers, Arteza water brush, color it brush pens. So I did a lot of work with that again. So there's a lot of pretty ones in here. So this dragon one's going to take me a long time to do. And I was playing with my Dick Blick markers and started doing this one. So I know they have a lot of ones. Some of you saw this one. I did this one entirely in marker. I like the way this one came out. I did this one in marker, so I'm just showing you guys some of the stuff that I did in it. Just some of the artwork in it is just beautiful. I love the artwork in this book. Let me just angle that down a little bit. So that's that one. Then I did this. This is book 2, which is, this is a beautiful cover image. And all the books are signed by Linda Ravenscroft. So when you see these are grayscale, but these are high-end grayscale. So this one is something I'm starting. I did this with Dick Blick markers. I haven't done the white one, the white shade on it yet. So that's that. So that's that one. And then this is book 3, which I just love this, guys. You know, when you work with Linda Ravenscroft's paper, it's a dream to color. It's a dream to color this because I love that she has a lot more fairies in this one than she does in her other ones. The troll, the Rumpelstiltskin. I've seen so many people color this so many different ways of doing it. So I just want you guys to be aware that there are a lot of beautiful books out there that aren't in those. But you know what, Nika? They are very expensive. They are not cheap. I am not going to lie to you guys and say that they're cheap. That they are like $35 a piece to get them to the U.S. So. Sorry guys, I'm just getting my Mardells all put together, so, because I like to have all the artists together if I can have them all together. And now we will go with the Jennifer Stay books. Yes, Charlotte, I'm going to show as many of my books as my phone will allow me to show. We might have to do a part 2, but if we have to do a part 2, it's only because I have to if we do a part 2. So, yeah, this is going to be a big time stream. Why do you think we started at 12 o'clock today, Charlotte? I didn't start early for no reason. Normally I would have waited for Dee Dee's stream to be over, so. So, Lori, how many do we have now? Miss Ravenscroft brings it up to 31. Original Bliss, Volume 2 by Jennifer Stay. Now, this book, for some of you who don't know who Jennifer Stay is, Jennifer Stay is Coloring Pages Bliss. She has a YouTube channel. Her channel is really good because you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of, and she shows a lot of products like myself and Anne, who you guys would never know about. I am going to be getting this. I'm hoping to get the Sparkle Pop Pentel pens soon so I could see them. But this, you can choose what happens with Jennifer's Day. I put all my books. I'm almost finished with this book actually. What happens with this is a book that I got specifically with marker paper. When you order her books, you can choose between the 3 different papers. I think 4. One is metallic. Yeah, I do. So this is the swatching page, and this is the marker paper. I chose the marker paper so I could have a book to play with my markers on. Because, you know, this is some of the stuff that she does. So this is the first thing in this book. This is a pattern book. It's with markers, so I love coloring with my markers. It's just something that I did. I love bright colors. She does stuff like this, so I like this. Now, this is the book that I customized every picture in this, and I picked the order of my pages. So I did a little bit of grayscale. I did a little bit about fairy art. I did a little florals. And this is a picture that I did in grayscale. I'm not too happy with it, but I hadn't been doing grayscale on it. So that's that one. Then I did volume 1, Original Bliss. This is also, but this one is in mixed media paper. So this will take pencils, gel pens, and that is something that I did with a lot of different mediums. So I like to color with a lot of different mediums. This is Holiday Bliss from Jennifer's Day. So I just want to show you some of the stuff that's in the Holiday Bliss. That's nice. I like that one. Then I got Valentine's Day Bliss. Which has a bunch of Valentine's pictures in it. And I think this is a picture that I recently finished and did. This is one of the pictures that I did with pen mark. I think I did this with pencil and gel pen, if I'm not mistaken. Plus, she gives you a blotter page, so that helps a lot with the stuff that you guys get. And then Easter Bliss for the Easter holiday. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that makes 37 if I'm correct. So now, Mardells Rubio. Ooh. My Mardells Rubio collection has grown. Sorry guys, I have to drink some stuff. So, Graceful Zodiacs by Mardells Rubio. This is one of his earliest books, so his paper is not so good in this book, but it's a nice book. It's a nice representation of what his images look like. You can see the beginning of his work, and some of it looks a little bit like Kirby's style, just a little bit like Kirby, Rosanna's style. So I want you guys to be aware of that. So that shows you some of his work. Then I got one of his earlier books, Year of the Rooster by Mardells Rubio. That's a really pretty book. This is a pretty book too. This has slightly better paper than the other one. So I want you guys to see some of these images in it so you guys understand that I have a big thing about that. That's 39. Then we have the Silent Night Christmas coloring book, which I specifically bought out for Christmas. Now, Mardells will always be selling PDFs of his books, so sometimes on his Facebook group, he'll be selling them, his PDF versions. Sometimes he gives free stuff out on his, I like this Frosty the Snowman This is nice with the tree. If you like odd things. So that's that. Next book, Serena. This has the really good paper. Now we get into the books that have good paper. And this is spiral bound, so this is his good paper. That's really pretty. I like that. Serena. Mascara. You all know this book because I love coloring in this book. I love coloring in this book. I did this with gel pens, pencils, and different colors. I like doing different things and trying new things with this book. So this book is a good book for people who want like faces and like to do tiny details. So then we have Zodiac Color. This is the new one. Some of you, we did color a picture in this for the color in chat. Here's some of the things that are in it. I did do a color in chat, guys, in one of these pictures. I'm just not sure which picture I colored in. Yeah, this I did a whole color in chat. What? So that's that one. So that's that. Then we got Halloween, the Halloween coloring book. Now, some of you remember the infamous pumpkin that I loved doing the pumpkin on camera. And we did this with markers, Dick Blick markers. Those of you who attended that live stream know we did this one. With the pumpkin in that one. There's some really creepy ones that I like in here. I haven't done much in this book because, you know, I haven't had the time to do it, or, you know, I've been working on other books. This is another one that I did a while back. So I just want to show you guys some of the stuff that I have. And, you know, you guys requested this video, actually. You know you did, so. I do like that one. So now I'm going to put these away and I'll be back. Sorry guys, I'm getting more spiral bound books and then we'll be done with this. This is just one shelf, guys. And I seem to Ticket to Dreams. Now everybody who knows me knows that I utterly love this book. This is a grayscale book. I did buy this from Carolina Kubikowska's. Now, if you're going to buy this book, buy it from Carolina Kubikowska. Buy it from her Etsy shop, guys. So, this is a grayscale coloring book, and it's a higher end coloring book because you can use pencils. water brush pens, but I would not recommend marker because marker bleeds through this, and I learned that lesson the hard way. That's why this page had to be done blue so I could get rid. I tried, but you could still see some of the marker marks up close when you do this book. This book is absolutely beautiful. The pictures come out beautiful when they're done. And I never was a fan of grayscale until I was playing with this book. When I started playing with this book, I started falling in love with grayscale. This book made me love grayscale. This is the book that is responsible for my love of grayscale. This book is responsible for my great love of grayscale, so we can thank this book for the grayscale. The next one book you may have seen, this is called 13 Chamber. This is a fantasy book. I love the line artwork. Some of you may have seen this. Then you may have seen Johnny and May and the Fire Tree, and this tells a beautiful story. You've seen a few people color in this book. Who's colored in this book? Belinda, I believe, has colored this picture. If I'm not mistaken, Belinda colored this page, if I'm not mistaken. She really went to town on this page. Yes, Catherine. Her name is Vladislava Shafranz. Now, she has a store on Etsy herself, so I would recommend going to there and buying more than one book because the shipping is a little pricey. So if you buy two, you can justify the shipment, which is what I did. The next one, Percy and the Color in Wonderland. Now, I believe this is an artist edition. You can find the edition that isn't an artist edition on Amazon, but this one was done by Noel Craven, and this is an artist edition, so this is on better paper. I like that it's spiral bound. This is a really beautiful book. So you get some pretty things in this. Here they give you a test page. It's about this penguin and finding him. The art is really big, and I like that she gives a nice big line art, bold art in it. So it did snow a little. It did snow by us, but none of it is sticking by where I live, so that's a good thing. The next one that I got, Fantasia by Nicholas F. Shandarinata, also known as Nick Filbert. Sorry guys, if I take a sip of my coffee every once in a while. I need to do that because so ours didn't stick, so, but it did snow a lot, so it didn't stick. But I love Nick Filbert's art. Then we got another book. I bought this off of Etsy. I haven't colored really a whole lot in it. I don't think I've colored in it. It's called Magic Shine by Nadia Valaskova. I bought this off her Etsy store as well. I buy a lot of my books off Etsy because there's a good quality. There's some really good quality here in this book. So if you guys aren't familiar with this has some grayscale images in it. So light grayscale, not like thick grayscale. So I've got some really interesting books. So that's that pile. The next one, some of you know this one, Hidden Paradise, adult coloring book by Chris Lopez. This is also made by the same people that make Mardells. Rubio's book. This is a Chinese coloring book. This is called Goddesses and Goddesses of the Moon. This is a Chinese coloring book. I bought it. Now, you can buy this off of AliExpress, but they won't spiral bound it for you. The woman who I think I got this off of Cool Craft because she spiral bound this for me when I got it, which I absolutely love this book. This book is absolutely beautiful, guys. So this book, the paper is just nice. The paper is thin, So the thing that I recommend that you guys color with this, if you're going to color with this, use your Prismas and your Tombow Irritants very, very lightly with this book, because this book, the paper, can go through, so you have to be careful what mediums you use on this. And if you are going to watercolor in this, I recommend that you go very, very light with your watercolor. Go very light in this book. So that's that book. So go very light in that book. So that was one shelf, guys. Oh, wait. 'I have more. That was about, I think, I don't remember. Hold on, let me count how many were in the last stack. Ten were in the last stack. So how many? 10. There were 10 in that last stack, if that's what you're wondering. There were 10, so that was 54, I think. So, Animal Kingdom by Millie Murata. Tropical World by Millie Murata. These are books that So 54, okay. Animal Kingdom, Tropical World by Millie Murata, Wild Savannah, which is 3, which is 57. Johanna Basford. Need I say anything else? 54. So these were the Millie Muratas. Now comes the Johanna Basford books. Enchanted Forest. I have a whole lot of this was one of my earliest coloring books, so you guys see this was like an evolution for me of pencils that I did. I have a whole lot of unfinished works in this book, so I might go back and finish it. Knowing what my skill level is now compared to back then, it's like a totally different skill. But you know, you always go back and look at the books that you worked on, and then you like, wow. Like, here's an unfinished one. It's almost was done, but I keep going back to this page and not finishing it. You know, knowing now what I know about coloring, I would have totally changed how I would have colored it back then. And you see, this is unfinished. So you guys can see that I have a lot of unfinished pages in this, but I get tired of coloring leaves. See, here's another one that's unfinished. This is another one that I did that was, you know, it's like funny because this is one of my earliest books. Here's one of my earliest pictures. It was the start of me getting gel pens and learning how to incorporate them. So this is one of my earliest coloring books. So that's one of those. Lost Ocean. And I'm going to show you a pic that I never finished in Lost Ocean that I did with Inktense. I never finished it though, because it bled through. Everything bleeds through in this book. For whatever reason, no matter what you use, everything bleeds through. Here's a picture that I did. Now, this is the first half. This is done with pencils and gel pens and different pencils and different things that I did with it. So I'm going to show you something that I did here. Right there. That's not done. And then the blue was my first attempt at Inktense pencils. So I want you guys to see it, so you guys know how this works, guys. If you like this stream, give it a thumbs up. So you can see this is my first work with the Inktense. I don't like, for whatever reason, this is not one of my favorite books, even though I've done a few pictures. So then you can see that some of it actually bled through to this page. This is those things. So I want to show you that it did bleed through to the other page. You see, it did bleed through here, bled through there, bled through there. So this is not one of my favorite books. This is one of those books that I don't work on too often because this book has a tendency, if you use wet mediums, to bleed through. And every page seems to have that. And here's one that took me forever to do. This was in the early days of me using my gel pens, my glitter pens. So it's one of my earlier, you know, my earlier work is not that bad, but sometimes you go back and say, you're not crazy about your early work, you know? Your early work is part of the, but you know, I consider that part of the learning process. Magical Jungle. Johanna's Christmas. Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. World of Flowers. Our Pattern World by Carla Jennings. The Time Garden by Doria Song. Now this book has a lot of pretty pictures. This is one of my earlier books too. And as you can see, when I was doing this book, I was doing this book in order. I actually started using some of the watercolor paints that I was using to do this book. So that's that. The Time Chamber, another Doria Song book. And The Night Voyage, which is a Christmas book. So 57, 63, 64, 65, 67. Is that right, Lori? 67? Thank you, Catherine. That is appreciated. 67. Okay, guys. These are the big books and that everybody, this shelf is kind of the big books that everybody knows. So here's another stack. Mythomorphia. I don't need to know. I guess you guys don't really need to know anything else about that book. This book got bent in shipment. Imagomorphia, Phantomorphia, Animorphia, Kirby's books, Doctor Who coloring book, Doctor Who Travels in Time. Now this book I was enabled by Miss Jen. Magical Forest Wama coloring book. This first one I was enabled by Jen because Jen showed this on her channel during a haul video. It's a really pretty book, actually. Here's a picture. I started this picture and never finished it. One day I'm going to come back and finish this book, but it has a lot of leaves, so this is a person who likes big spaces. I like the rabbit. You can get those on Amazon. Candy Colorful World. The Magic of Christmas coloring book by Wama, which is the same people who do that. Romantic Country 1. Those are nice. Those are fun. Romantic Country 2. Romantic Country 3. Guys, there was another book here that needed to be put in with this. I saw it too. It was here. Unless I put it on the side. There it is. Buffy the Vampire Slayer 1. This is an adult coloring book. As some of you know, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is one of my favorite TV shows of all time, so I got the coloring books. And then people complained that there wasn't enough of the villains and the big bads and the monsters. So then that's that one. A Court of Thorns and Roses coloring book, which is based on the book series. The Throne of Glass coloring book by Sarah J. Maas. This is also based on the other series. So how many does that make? The 82? I think that's 82. Sorry guys, but I have to constantly bring piles out because this is the only way to do it. Next book, Charles Dickens, A Christmas Carol coloring book. Some of you have seen this in several of my things. I think I've done 1 or 2 coloring books here. The Magical City coloring book by Lizzie Mary Cullen. Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. I have a flip through for this one. Now this book Dee Dee enabled me to get. I saw it on her channel. This is a really pretty book. This is 4 stories in one. You may have seen this on Dee Dee's channel. We did a color, I believe I did a color and chat with this picture. I believe I did Tombow Arrington's Prismacolors. What else did I use on this? But I think that's some of the pencils we did. So that is one of the books that I got. I saw this on Dee Dee's channel and I fell in love with the fantasy aspect of it. Then I got what's called Animal Honesty. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this book. I loved Chris Garver's first book. I just didn't like the paper it was on because it bled through. And then, you know, thinking it back again, I would not have bought this book. I did color a little bit in it. Knowing now what I know about me coloring animals and life, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, but I still like his art. His art is really nice. Even though it's a more tattoo style artwork, you get all lovely images like this. So then you get another Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. I did color, I believe, one picture in here from this book. So I did color this with pencils. It was when I first started. This is one of my earlier books as well. This is called Pride and Prejudice. I love this page. I love this picture. So I was trying to learn how to be lighter with because the water is supposed to be reflective. Though now when I know how to do lighter, I wouldn't have done it this way. So that's one of the pictures I colored in that book. Coloring Classics, William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. And everybody's favorite international books, Villain Son by Tomislav Tomnik, Droman Vanga, this was a picture we were working on in a flip through. I think what's going to happen is for this picture, we're going to probably work on this for December as a work in progress, guys. I'm moving this up so you guys can see the work in progress picture from Tomislav. We're going to work again on this one. This is one the day I couldn't get anything working, right? Bye, Nika. So that's that one. The next. Oh my God, you made me laugh. I'm looking for my Gnomes in Paradise book here. I'm sure I had it somewhere here. No. This is my Gnomes in Paradise book. I know I had the Gnomes in Paradise book somewhere here. That's okay. We'll do it without it. Okay, so how many is that? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it was 82 plus 9 is 91. Fairies in Dreamland by Denise Clett. Mermaids in Paradise by Denise Clayette. And these last two were enabled by Jen. So I will be back with more. Oh, don't worry, guys. We've got the international books coming up. Fabiana. Oh. My internal gratitude to Lori. So now, ladies and gentlemen, Fabiana. 93. Now, most of you know these already. Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, Beauty and the Beast, Hansel and Gretel, Snow White, Cinderella, The Adventures of Pinocchio. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, which makes it an even 100. So we've just done the first 100. Get it more out. And I have a whole shelf of Jade Summer, Hannah Lynn, and Creative Haven books. Camilla de Erico, Pop Manga Coloring Book, Pop Manga Mermaids. I'm sure you would, Mr. Q. I'm sure you would. The official Game of Thrones coloring book. Color at Home coloring book. The Mysterious Library coloring book. So that's 101, 3, 4, 5, 105. Miss Heather Valentine. Miss Heather Valentine. Lacey Sunshine's Christmas with the Sunshine Tots coloring book. Lacey Sunshine's Portrait coloring book. The Enchanted World of Lacey Sunshine. Lacey Sunshine's Enchanted Cove coloring book. Kokichi Dolls coloring book, volume 32. Lacey Sunshine's Moonbeam and Fairy Tale Streams coloring book. Lacey Sunshine's Love No Fairies and Angel Kisses coloring book. Lacey Sunshine's Superheroes coloring book, volume 20. Lacey Sunshine's Enchanted Seas coloring book. So 105. Three, 6, 9. So that's 114. Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Jasmine Beckett Griffith coloring book. Jasmine Beckett Griffith Halloween. Jasmine Beckett Mermaids. And Dreams of Dragons and Dragonkins. I did a really nice one on camera, guys, and it was the first time I had used my Neos. I messed up some of the pictures very badly in this book, but This was one that came out really nice with, and I used some of my Neo 2s with this one and gel pens. So I really had a fun time with this one. There's one in here that I messed up because I was trying to learn how to do gesso. Never do gesso like I did. This page is so messed up because I gessoed it. So I don't even know how I can fix this because I gessoed it before I knew what I was properly doing with gesso. So I probably will color this background in black marker. So this is one of my pictures that I ruined because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Oops, sorry about using bad language. So, remember guys to thumbs up the video if you like the videos. And the most famous coloring book and probably the most expensive book in my collection. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Everybody and their mother knows this book thanks to Sammy and other people. Now we're going to Asia. Yep, now we go to Asia. And here is the other book. This is the other book that cost me a lot of money. This is the Darius Song. This is the Mysterious Mansion. Now this book is a little bit weird because it's part art book and it's part coloring book. And of course I have it signed. I got this as a Christmas book last Christmas, I think 2 or 3 Christmases ago. And I was still learning how to properly film when I got this book. Now this book is really pretty. It has a lot of art in it. Doesn't have that many pages to color. This is a Korean coloring. It's not really a coloring book so much as it is an art book. It is a really beautiful art book, guys. I might redo the flip through because I just think the book is a beautiful book. So when you do get pages to color, they are, so let me find a page to color, they're like this. So it really isn't really much of a coloring book, more of an art book. You know, you could save this and not do the pictures at all, just use it as pretty art. So just a thought process, guys, if you're thinking about getting this book. It was a lot of money. I did pay a lot for it, so. Strazi Nakisi. I don't remember where on earth did I saw this book. I probably saw this from Coloring Queen, who enabled this book. Sorry guys, I have to drink a lot of water as I'm doing this because it is a lot. So this book I got off of Book Depository. It is really nice paper. There are some books that I have that I don't really do a lot of work in, but it's just because some of the books intimidate me and I need to figure out what palettes I'm doing to do them. So that's that one. The paper is nice. This will take colored pencils really well. This also is a Jen-inspired book. This is The Magical Tale of Trip and Sorososa by Park Hyun Jin. Now, this book was enabled by Miss Jen of Reading with Pugs. As you could see, I started coloring in it. The girl came out darker hair than I like. But this has some of my favorite things. I just like how big the images are in it. And I bought it off of Book Depository, so... It's one of my favorite things in this book. Look how cute that is, guys. If you don't think this is cute, there's something seriously wrong with these people who don't think these images are adorable. I just love these little things like this that are cute. I think this is Romantic Princess. I think this is a Japanese coloring book. Now we're in Asia, darlings. Asia. So this has some really nice line artwork in it. Well, you're seeing it right now, Catherine. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So what was the count? 118 plus 5 is 123. We're in Asia right now. Asia. Oh, Lordy. We're in Asia. Oh, I forgot to show that book. Oops. I'm seeing if I have any other Asian ones in the thing, because some of these I was. Seeing if I have any other Asian books out today, so that way I don't mess up any books in the Asian department. Ancient Chinese Princess. This is a Chinese coloring book. Hi Sharon, how are you? This is Ancient Chinese Princesses, Volume 1. I think I have not done anything, or if I have done stuff, I haven't finished it. This is a picture that I'm currently working on. So I haven't finished it. I need to figure out. This is a picture I haven't finished yet in it, but I did start doing it, and this was done with Prismas. The thing about the Chinese coloring books is that the Soho pencils don't work very well in them. Neither do the polychromos. They fight this paper. So I found that the pencils that work best are my Tombow Irritants and my Prismas. If you go really light with your Prismas, you can work in that. So just to see. Now guys, we're not going to be able to flip through many of these. And here's another one that I'm doing right now with my Tombows. I like this, but I got to figure out how I'm going to do the water. I just don't like how light the purple came out, but I think I can fix that and make that. So that's that one. Alice in Wonderland, the Japanese version. I tried to do a flip through of this one, and it would not flip through for anything in the world. Rotug Lady. No, Dreaming of Red Mansions. Secret Princesses. Secret Princesses Collection. Korean Art Therapy Coloring Book. Lost You Forever. These are two things that came with two of my pencil books. It's some tips on how to color. Flower Rhyme Volume 2. Don't remember the title of this one. Flower Rhyme Volume 1. Rotug Lady. Drunken Beauty Flower. Ancient Painted Wind Coloring Book Volume 1. Dreams of a Thousand Ghosts. Fairy Tales of the World. Now, this one, I forget what this one was called. Hold on, guys. I forgot what this was called. See, if I had my phone, I would be able to know what this one was called. I think I have this one coming up as a flip through. Sharon, you can find the Asian ones 4 or 5 places. Hold on. Let me see how many that is. So for you guys, the Asian ones were hard to find. So this is Asia. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That was 13. Where are we up to? Hold on, let me see what my count is. 13. AliExpress has them, but they don't have good binding in AliExpress. 123 is what we're up to now. One 123. $140. Okay. This one you guys saw. This one is nice because it's paper dolls cutouts too. I think I saw this on Coloring Queen's channel. Now, I'm not going to even bother showing you guys this one because you guys know this one so well. This is a very famous book. AliExpress sells the books. Here's the thing about AliExpress, guys. I'm going to give you a fair warning. Girls with a poem. Honest to God, AliExpress is a good company to find the books cheap, but be warned that the books come in broken and the spines are broken. Every time I order something from AliExpress, it comes a little damaged. So here's the thing, guys. I don't order from AliExpress my Asian books. I go to either Etsy, Amazon Japan, or Yes Asia are the best 3 places for the books to go there. When I first saw you, now I'm disappointed with this book because the binding is coming loose, and I haven't even used it that much. I want to show you guys how the binding is coming loose. So I'm really upset that the binding is coming loose. It's not even funny. Makes me feel upset that the binding is coming loose on this. So I want you guys to be aware that this book does come apart. The only thing I wish I had told the lady to spiral bound it for me because they have a lot of nice images. Here's some nice images. Here's one of the images that I worked on. Like, I love coloring in this. I love coloring the girls in this. Yeah, June is really good. So is Moon from Cool Craft Books. So now some books you guys know. Manoir de Bonheur. Manoir de Bonheur. She is great. I love Leah. She is like fabulous. Leah is Coloring Queen's name, so Manoir de Bonheur. I'm not going to even show you guys some of these books because some of you guys know these books. Rhapsody in the Forest. Nutcracker Ballet. Now, this book I saw on Coloring Queen's channel, and I had to... Now, these 2 books. Now, these next 2 books, I'm going to show you guys these books, but the author, I did not do a flip through on my channel because when I did do a flip through, I got very nasty messages from the person who was illustrating them. So she doesn't even want her books to be shown or flipped through at all. So this one is a really cute one. I bought this at Etsy, and this book is really hard to get. It's called Hishika Mina Misasawa's coloring book. I got this on Etsy when she was being sold. So I'm going to give you an example of the page that she colors so you guys get an interested view of her style. That's the name of the book, but this is kind of like the style that she does in the picture of books. Now, you guys can't even get these books anymore on Etsy because I don't know where you can get that, because they're not being sold on 70 East Books anymore. And then this one. This is the second one, Hishika Mina Mesawa's coloring book number 2. So I bought this before I found out that the author was a bit of a pain. And here's another book page from her book. So the paper's nice in this. I might color from this again at some point. We are in Asia. So this is part of what she does. So, you know, I would think that you would want to have the... So, those are some of the pages. So, 141, 142, 143, 144, 146, 147, 148. What was uncool? The author doing that stuff. So here. What was seriously uncool? So, Sharon, I'm not familiar with what was uncool. Okay, you know what? That's her prerogative because it is her book. So, you know, what is this one? This one I saw on someone's channel. It wasn't Coloring Queen channel. Maybe it was Anne's channel. You know what? Here's what I say. The author, it is her prerogative to promote her books how she sees fit. If she doesn't want you promoting them that way, that's her choice. But you know what? You kill your own market by doing that. Sorry, guys. This is Animal Friends and Their Wonderful Home in the Woods coloring book. Staples. Alice in Wonderland, another Alice in Wonderland. I think we see a theme with my Alice books here. The coloring book Goddesses of Gods and Greek Myths. Hello, Kitty. Smile. Miss Anne's fault with this one. Dream Rooms. This is the Japanese one. Hidden Nature, I believe. Is this Hidden Nature? I believe someone told me this was Hidden Nature. We're in Japan. 51, 54, 55. Sorry guys, I'm going. Princess and Fairy Coloring Book by Tomoko Tashiro. The New York Coloring Book travel one. Trying to remember what the name of this one is. Sorry guys. This was one of the ones that I saw on Coloring Queen's pages. 155. Dream Girl. Secret and Happily. Night and Flower Patrol. Grimm's Fairy Tales. I think World of Flowers. Or the Flower of Nature. Spring River Under the Floral Moon. Princess Secret Garden coloring book. Right now, guys, I'm just not even showing you what I've worked on. I'm just showing you the books at this point. Color of Dreams. Bunny Girl, enabled by Jen. Venus, I think it's something Venus. Fashion coloring book. SS illustration coloring book. Jetami Europe. Color Me. Ooh. Colors Make You Happy by Miki Taki. Ruby Sweet Dream. Colorful Jet Joy. And I forget what this one is called, but this one is really cute. I forget what this one is called, but I know Anne had it. So that's that. $176. Amon Special. Wings and Fins. Forest Girl coloring book. Dragons Above Krakow. This is a Polish book. You cannot even get this anymore. And I bought that off Book Depository. I'm getting tired, guys. What book is this one? This is one of my Chinese princess coloring books. The Princess Coloring Book. Alice in Wonderland. four of the most beautiful Chinese coloring books. This is the pink one. This is the blue one. This is the yellow one. And this is the purple one. This has been a harder... Hello, Phoenix. Don't worry, guys. You can always go back. Remember, guys, you can always go back and watch any part of the stream back when it finishes. Well, I bought that at Etsy, Lori, for $32. I think, what did I end up paying for it? $32, $24. I think each book was like $7, and then if you bought them all together. Not all of them, but some of them. Here's another one. Here's a foreign book, and it's a big one, guys. Mermaid Legends. Well, some of you have seen this book. Dee Dee had this book in her thing, so then I ended up buying it. But now she's selling PDF versions of these books, so these books are big and spiral bound, and of course you can tell my book is starting to come apart, so I'm not going to flip through it. And then I ended up winning this book via a contest for Coloring Queen. This is Rita Berman's. This is a collection of her favorite images. I like this book. I've done this with some Mama Muji pencils. So I was playing with them while I was on vacation. I never finished doing them, so I need to finish doing them. So this is that. This is a Kickstarter book that I got. This is called Meadowhaven. This is a fantasy book. This is another book by Marlon Tennyson called Zodiac Dreams. I got this on Etsy. It's really pretty. It's really cute. I haven't done anything in it yet, but that'll change, I think. So that's 4. That's $190. Oh, wait a minute, guys. I forgot to show 2 Asian books. Oh, wait a minute, no. Make that 3. I forgot to show 3 Asian books. Yes, I am showing my whole collection, Phoenix, or we'll try to show as much as we can. This one, this is another Makoto book like the other one. Then this one is called Alan something. I forget what it translates to. And then this one is Ancient Painted Wind number 2. I've colored some pictures in this one, guys. So here's some of the pictures. I wasn't very good at coloring here in the beginning of this book, so now I wanted to try different colors than I normally use. These were done with Prismas and Tombow irritants. Here's one that I'm doing currently, and I'm not fond of it. No, we're not doing flips of all of them. That would take too long, Phoenix. I'll show you some of the things I'm working on. So here's a picture I'm not crazy about, but I will finish it. So that's Ancient Painted Wind. Now we go to Creative Heaven. Creative Haven. Now we're on shelf 3. Now shelf 3 is Creative Haven, Hannah Lynn, Jade Summer. So just to give you an idea of what's in this. This is brand new. I just did a flip of this on my channel. Some of you already saw this. This is Christmas Fantasy Fashions. Happy Home High Coloring Book. Fantasy Designs. I think we might have to do this in 2 parts, guys. I am getting very tired. Fabulous Fashions of the 1960s. Beautiful Angels. You will be enabled by the time you all ended this stream is. Country Charm Coloring Book. Steampunk Fashions. Magical Fairies Coloring Book. Magical Landscapes. Seashore Scenes. This is a Dover book, and this is more like a child's coloring book, but it's called the Princess Coloring Book. Ornamental Fashions. Winter Scenes Coloring Book. Winter Wonderland Coloring Book. Alice in Wonderland Designs Coloring Book. Mermaids Coloring Book. Summer Scenes Coloring Book. Unicorns Coloring Book. Cats and Dogs Coloring Book. Enchanted Fairies Coloring Book. Those are my Dover Creative Haven books. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 18, 20 books. I'm on shelf 4, guys. Hold on, guys. Back to normal. Guys, are you seeing? Okay, back to normal. Oh no, it pixelate. Okay, gone is the pixelation. I don't like when I have the... Okay, guys. Olana Lazavia. Fantasy Mermaids, Fairies. Enchanted Forest. Halloween Grayscale. Mermaid Grayscale. And then Muse Coloring Book by Madison Tees. So I'm not sure how the battery's doing. Let me touch the... Oh, that is hot. Who's working on a fairy tale one? Bye, Mr. Q. Remember, you can come back later and watch the rest of the stream, guys. So, Jade Summer. You knew we were going to get to Jade Summer at some point. Beautiful Dresses by Jade Summer. Chibi Girls. Alice in Wonderland. Stuffed Animals. Fantasy. Coloring Adventure. Cute Unicorns. Madison Tees. Here's music. Mermaids. Christmas Coloring Book 1. Anime Coloring Book. Cute Fairies. Country Farm. Greek Mythology. Chibi Horror Girls. Christmas Coloring Book, Volume 2. So we're at 223 according. 223. Vampires by Jade Summer. Princess Coloring Book by Jade Summer. Kawaii Girls by Jade Summer. Victorian Fashion. Dragons by Jade Summer. Unicorn Coloring Book by Jade Summer. Everyday Horror. Mermaids, the other mermaids one. Dark Fantasy by Jade Summer. 233. Cute Witches. Fairies Coloring Book. Hannah Lynn next, guys. Hannah Lynn. Hannah Lynn next. That was at least 10, 12 books. I think that was, hold on, that was 12. Hold on, let me redo that pile. Let me count that pile again. Lori. 11. 11. Lori, that was 11 in that pile, so that makes 244. Wow. So, Hannah Lynn next, ladies and gentlemen. Enchanted Halloween. Tattoo Darlings. Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls. Victorian Darlings. Mermaid, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy. Maui Mermaids and Island Whimsy Girls. Enchanted Faces. Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings. And a Whimsy Girls Christmas. The last time I counted, it was 475 Phoenix, but then I added quite a few books. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think the only book of Hannah Lynn's that I don't own is the Dream in Color book. That's the only Hannah Lynn that I don't own. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is fun too, guys. So if I go, it's just because all the books are on my shelves, and then I have a box of flip throughs that I haven't even done. So there's a okay. This is the Doreen Virtue books. The illustrations are by Norma J. Burnell, and this is going to be 4 books. Messages from the Angels. Messages from the Unicorns, which was enabled by Dee Dee. Doreen Virtue. Messages from the Fairies. Doreen Virtue. Messages from the Mermaids. That is 4. No, you don't, Andrea. Don't think you don't need all these books because something's about. $2.57. Now everybody knows this book, these books, because I was enabled by the lovely Sammy and May, and I think who else got these books? Everybody was getting these books. Serene Little Village, The Tiny Fairies of the Flower Meadow, Serene Little Village, The Wondrous Life Behind the Garden Walls. I am waiting for that new Clara McCullough book to be on sale on Amazon. Selena Fenech. Fadorables, Cute and Creepy by Selena Fenech. Victorian Romance by Selena Fenech. This is based on her Memories Wake series. Hello, Anne. Fairy Magic by Selena Fenech. This is a whimsical fantasy coloring book. I've been streaming since about Well, let's see, about almost 2 hours. And so, Lori, what's the number right now? Enchanted by Selena Finneck. Now, this is one of my first coloring books, guys. I'm going to show you some of my earliest ones so you guys can see that. So, we are going through my coloring book collection. We've been doing this for almost 2 hours now, Ann. So you can see that I was not very good at skin tone in some of these pictures. Some of these are like really terrible, but the nice thing about this book is that I get to do them again. So I get to play with these books again. Here's one of my favorite ones, and this is one of my favorite pictures that I ever did in this book, but I was really new to skin tone when I did that. Yeah, my whole collection, Ann. See, this is one of the pictures that I did, but I was still new to learning skin tone. So, you learn as you go along, Catherine. So this was one of my first books. And then Festive Magic Fantasy Coloring Book by Selena Finneck. So that is those books. And we haven't even gotten to the 4 tubs. 264. Someone bet 510. I'm probably better. You know what? That takes time. You know who's excellent at doing skin tutorials is Sammy's really good. We haven't even gotten to the box, and so don't feel bad. So this is the Molly Harrison one. Fairies, Dragons, and Unicorns. Spooky Cute, Another Whimsy Halloween. A World of Fairies by Molly Harrison. This is grayscale. This is grayscale. I'm glad. We're not doing PDFs, guys, because I'm going to be so tired that I'm not going to be doing the PDFs. PDFs will be another video with themselves, so I have, hold on guys, let me check my thing. Let me see how many PDFs I have. I can check that right now, guys. I can check how many digital coloring books I have actually right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 45 PDF books I have. So 45 PDF books I have. So add that to the total, Lori. At the end of the total, you'll add that to the total, 45. Lori, how many do we have now? Last time I looked, it was 264. All right? So just count the print ones, guys. I'm trying to figure out. 264. This would make 267. Fairyland is by Molly Harrison. So 309 with PDFs. Fairyland. Now we go into our 3 Ikiko books, which are grayscale. So, Miss Anne can be blamed for this one. Miss Anne can be added to surreal this is your fault. Miss Anne, this is your fault. Elegant Faces. Mermaid in Dress. Grayscale is not that scary once you get used to the way it works. Gardens and Goddesses, Volume 2. Gardens and Goddesses. See, now I'm not able to talk. Gardens and Goddesses, Volume 3. The Delicious Doodles Collection, Book 1 by Terry Sherman. The Delicious Doodles, Book 3 by Terry Sherman. Mermaid Fantasy by Jason Hamilton. You should know when you see something called My Adult Coloring Book Collection that you're in trouble. Color Me Beautiful, Women of the World. Now these 4 books I got as part of a set at Etsy. They were selling them as a set. Fairy Nouveau, a fairy coloring book. Fairy Nouveau coloring book. The Fairy Garden by Herb Leonard. And Cinderella coloring book by Herb Leonard. Oh God, no comment on husbands. No comment. This is why being single is sometimes. Jenny Luan. Anime Doodle Coloring Book, Volume 3. Anime Doodle Fantasy Characters, Mermaids and Dragons Coloring Book. Anime Doodles Girls Coloring Book by Jenny Luan, Volume 2. My Besties Enchanted Unicorns by Sherry Baldy. Alice and the Looking Glass Coloring Book. Sherry Baldy, I Love Coffee Besties Coloring Book, Volume 26. Sherry Baldy, My Besties TM Steampunk Coloring Book. Oh no, what happened? Is it looking at the screen too long? Take an aspirin and get some rest. I hope you feel better, Erica. Nice Little Town Christmas by Tanya Bogema Stolova. That is bad. I hope to God they didn't break. My mother would kill me if these broke. $2.97. Does it? $2.87. Color in Heaven Halloween special. Fairies and Friends special. Gothic special. World of Dragons. Christmas special 2017 or 18, I'm not sure. Anime special. Misfit special. Fairy Tale special. Strangeland special. So live life to the fullest. Goddess and Mythology special. Christmas 2018 special. You missed a lot. You missed Asia, Miss Ann. You missed Asia. Color in Heaven Witches special. You missed the Jennifer Stay books too. And $2.99. These are early books that I got. Adult Coloring Book Treasury 2, Adult Coloring Book Treasury 1, Coloring for Creativity. That tells you how much I paid for it when I got it in the bargain bin. The Coloring Book for Grown-Ups. Colorist Special Effects. Wildlife of New York. Fantastic Planet. Elegant Escapes, Briar Coloring Book, The Little Mermaid Coloring Book, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Nutcracker Coloring Book, Living on Memory Lane, Girls Coloring Book, the Cute Chibi Christmas Coloring Book. And guys, I forgot to show this earlier with the spirals. I meant to show it with the spirals, and I didn't show it with the spirals. The Unicorn Adventures coloring book, 32. But what this book is just fun little unicorn pictures to color. They're simple, they're easy. They're just fun books to color in. So they're just fun books to color. That's just a fun book to color in. So if you guys see me move something to the side, that means I'm coloring in it. So. Now guys, I'm on the bottom shelf. Who is FaceTiming me? Hold on guys, so what's FaceTiming me? I'm forcing to quit because it's causing my phone to have problems. Julia Sperry, Whimsical Dreams coloring book, and this was the Kickstarter book, Whimsical Wonders coloring book. So I'm getting to the bottom shelf, guys, so that's hard for me to get to the bottom shelf. So how many is that, guys? Don't worry, guys, I got another big pile up here. Enchanted Mermaids by Julia Rivers. Mermaids, Enchanting Fairies. Tir na Lolag by Edwina McNamee. Dreamlands by Edwina McNamee. Dreamlands 2 by Edwina McNamee. Sugary Dreams by Yampuff. Mermaid Wonders by Deborah Mamulla. It's going to be more than $4.75, I'll tell you that right now. Unicorn coloring book. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I got all of a sudden so... Hold on, guys. I'm just going to... If it's getting blurry, switch your resolution to better quality. There we go. I just switched the resolution on my screen. I love the 90s coloring book. The Colors of Fall. Fall Scenes coloring book by Anastasia Bobova. I think Jen with Reading with Pugs did this one. Inklings 3. Nice Little Town Easter. Mystical Journey coloring book. Magical Fantasy coloring book. Myth and Magic coloring book. HBO Game of Thrones coloring book. Miss Ann knows that I should have a Game of Thrones coloring book in my collection. great. Oh my guys, I just want you guys to see the thing up there. This is what happens. Like, I really wouldn't have a Game of Thrones coloring book. Oh guys, we haven't even touched the surface because I still have one tub, the big blue tub, the other little tub, and then the two little boxes, and then we're at 427. Of course it's back up in. Bella Futura by Jennifer Zimmerman. Glamourista. Anime coloring book for grown-ups. Dark Garden coloring book. The Fantastic World of Brothers Grimm. Keepers of the Enchanted Forest. The Real Art Therapist of New York. Spellbinding Images, a fantasy coloring book of witches by Nikki Burnett. Speaking of Nikki Burnett. Spellbinding Images, a Halloween coloring book collection. I may end up having to... I did the flip through of that one a while back, Phoenix, of the New York one, the Japanese one. Yes, Aunt, I'm getting a workout. Nice Little Town Christmas 2. Anime Princesses and Mermaids coloring book by Elena Yalkin. Anime Princesses and Fairies coloring book by Elena Yalkin. I tried to do a flip through and my camera did not like doing it. Mermaids flip through. So I'm going to put those back, guys. Oh, remember, we still got 4 more boxes, guys. I still got the flip through box to do. I still got the blue tub to do. I still got the 3 boxes full of coloring books that are in my room. My back is going to kill me at the end of this. 449. Helter Skelter Doodles. What was I thinking getting this one? Fabulous Faces coloring book. Steampunk Fairyland. At this point I just gave up trying to organize them. Nice Little Town 4. I think we're gonna go to 3 o'clock, guys, and then if I'm not done, we'll do a part 2. Nice Little Town. This book was bought by Corey for me for my birthday. Cupcake and Bakery adult coloring book. And all colorists need a coffee coloring book. Coloring for coffee lovers. Ladies of Leisure. This is a grayscale by Zon Van Zed. Color My Sketchbook by Bennett Klein. Graceful Gardens, Joy of Coloring, World of Color, Ruth Heller's Designs for Coloring, Jane Austen Coloring Book, Dark Beauty Manga Girls, okay, enjoy your nap. Beauty is Magic Shouju Manga Girls. Now, 2 of you may have seen 2 of the pictures I did in this book. One I colored like a Sailor Moon girl because she screams Sailor Venus to me. Not Sailor Moon herself, but this girl screams Sailor Venus to me. Yeah, I never thought I could do a 3-hour, 4-hour stream. I just can only imagine the backlash I'll get when this video is over. Then I did this elf by Robin. So that's that. Dreamcatcher. I think this was gifted to me. Off in Black. And Astro Inklings. $167, that's about right. Fantasy Realm by Kimberly Hawthorne. This is a grayscale coloring book. I blame Sammy for these next 2 books. Oh God, you guys are having bets on how many I have? Now I blame Sammy for the next 2 books. I blame Sammy for the next 2 books. Misfits #1 by White Stag. Misfits #2. Yes, we can blame Sammy for these. Kawaii Girl Fashion. Stolen Beauty, which I did a flip through. Not many people like this book. Good Vibes coloring book. And would like this, Just That Color Mardells. Now, a lot of the pages I tore out of this book, they're in a folder somewhere. My mother has that folder somewhere. Coloring is the New Meditation by Kant Chua. Foxes and Fairies, a coloring book by Meredith Billman. The Chibi Zodiac. I love Back to the 80s. Art Over Madness. We blame Miss Ann for this one. I blame you, Miss Ann, for this one. Witch Fantasy Autumn and Halloween Adult Coloring Book. The World of Fairies by Ruth Sanderson. This is also enabled by Miss Ann. August Reverie. This one is definitely an Ann-enabled purchase. Love in an Anime World. This is by Queenie Wong. Now, I got this book, guys. And now I'm going to give you this book. I'm not sure what's going on with this book, but this is the anime coloring book. Now, I was told by someone that the images in this book are stolen images. They actually belong to an artist from DeviantArt. So, I would be there. Fantasy Realm Volume 3 by Kimberly Hawthorne. This is 43 grayscale coloring books. This is Coffee Lovers Coloring Book, Midnight Edition. And that was how many books in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 books. That was 17 books. We will do the flip through box time. But before we do that, let's go to the books that are on my bed right now. Because I don't think they get enough love. I said fudge. This book was enabled by Tazia when I saw Tazia do her collection video called Love Paradise. So, this is hurting my back, guys. So I think we should be done by 3 o'clock. Hopefully. Love Paradise. Harry Potter coloring book. Fantasy and Nature coloring book. You guys have to get this on Etsy by Erin Ewer. Color and Fantasy. Oh, Sharon. Those, it hurts to do, you know, because you're doing all the... Color and Fantasy by Scott Howden. So those are the books. In another room. time. Box time. Oh, we still got more. And we got box time. Box. Adult coloring book, Variety Themes, #1. I believe this is an Anne-enabled purchase. Prima Princesses, watercolor coloring book. Christie's Fall Garden. Beauty of Horror 1. Beauty of Horror 2. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Spooky Sweets. Witch Coloring Book. We Wickeds. Yeah, and I'm actually this month I actually have a budget, and I've gotten these over the last 4 or 5 years for coloring books, so I didn't get these all at once. So just so you guys know, Little Witches and Wild Things, Gothic coloring book for adults, Zombies adult coloring book, which I got this at New York City Comic Con. That's box 1. I told you I had a big collection. You guys didn't want to believe me when I said that. We still have the blue tin. We have box 2. What is the total? 503. Portrait of the Mermaid. Color My Sketchbook Dragons. Enchanted Kingdom. Here's an oldie. Magical Guinea Pig coloring book. World of Fairies. Magical Unicorns and Fairies. Magical Forest. Mermaid Life by Nathaniel Wake. Joy of Coloring a Mermaid's coloring book. Grimm Fairy Tales. Lumina Chronicles by Christina McAllister. Flower Fairies coloring book. The Coloring Collective, The Enchantment of Elves. Now this is half line art and half grayscale. The Witcher coloring book. So, how many does that take us up to? The smaller cup first. Other tub. I think Coloring Queen may have more than me. Keep Calm and Color On for Grace. This was a gift from my co-workers at work. The Magical Journey by Lizzie Marie Cullen. Another Jade Summer. Delicious Desserts. Guys, remember, we have 2 more boxes to go to. I have the big box of books that I haven't flipped through yet. And I have a big blue tub yet. Skinatsky, I can't pronounce this. This is a puppy dog. It has all these adorable puppies in it. Vampires. Magical Garden Coloring Book by Crazy Art. Fairy Life by Nathaniel Wake. My Magical Oasis. Cupcake Coloring Book. Color Your Own Woman of Power by Marble. 3D Coloring, New York City. This was one of my earliest ones, so that's just part of what's in that box. That's not everything that's in that, so I'm going to do a... Okay, guys, how many do we have now? How many was that? Lori, how many was that? I know Lori was our counter, but where did she go? Lori, are you here? So 517 before I did all that. $528. My Colorful Town by Chiika Ida. Wing Beauty. I got this as a special from Fairy Magazine, so half the images are line, half the images are dark. So you get like some that are grayscale. I can get some that are line are in this. Victoria, we will find a way. Oh, I have another book that's finished, guys. I will include that as the last thing in the collection. But Mindful Color. Escape to Christmas Past by Good Wives and Good Warriors. Art of the Seasons. This is a Hallmark book. Art of Relaxation, which is also another coloring book. I didn't even realize I had this many. You don't even realize you have this many until you start going through the collection. Little books. Oh no, this got ruined in there. Relax with Art Pocket Collection. Magical Minis. Moments of Mindfulness. The Calm Coloring Book. The Mindfulness Coloring Book. Another one. Man Prohules Fulenga. I'll read a Berman book. I'm not going to even butcher that. Man Winter Spazagang, which means my winter walk. Moonlight Veil. Fantasy Kingdom. Relax with Art, the Pocket Collection. The Mindfulness Coloring Book. The Magical Garden. Atali Fashion. The Art of Keepsakes. Posh Coloring Book. The Art of Mindfulness Refreshed and Inspired Coloring. Carnival Escape. Oh, joy! The blue box. And then we have, after this box, guys, then we have the flip through box. So we're getting there. We're getting towards the end, guys. We're not near the end just yet, but I have 2 more boxes. This box that we just pulled out, and then the other box for flip throughs. I try to color a little bit every day. Sherlin Kenyon's Dark Hunters. Enchanted Princess, a grayscale coloring book. Floral Fun, a grayscale coloring book. A Fantasy Collection, Deeper Shades. Sophistication, Lady Portraits. Joy of Adult Coloring, Joy of Coloring, Make Something Beautiful, Living Colors. Fashion Coloring Book, Japanese Beauty. I don't think it is. I don't think I have a book because I don't like the pictures in it. Lady Mechanica, a steampunk coloring book. Color Odyssey, a creative coloring journey. Some of these are really old, actually. Color Me to Sleep. The Wandering City. Coloring from the Heart. Flowers and Beauty, anime coloring book for adult. Coloring for Contemplation. Hold on, guys. We need to put these. So, and then when I'm done, I'll put them in the calendar for What Lifts You. What Lifts You by Kelsey Montague. Adult coloring book, Stress Relief and Animal Designs. The official coloring book of American Gods. Cinnamon Bun Dreams. Assassin's Creed. The Color of Love coloring book. Nice Little Town. Waltzes for the Season. Bonjour Paris. You know, it depends on what I'm in the mood to color. So if I'm in the mood to color, it usually is something Christmassy. If I'm in the thing, so it depends on what I'm in the mood to color. Move these to the small box where all the small books go. Creative Christmas coloring. The thing I don't like about this book is that it bleeds through. Everything bleeds through onto the other side. So no matter what you color, it bleeds through to the other side. So I don't like this book because of that. So when I'm done with coloring this book, I'm probably not going to keep it. Marked in Ink, a tattoo coloring book. DC Comic Books Wonder Woman. A Garland of Grace coloring book. Supergirl coloring book. And of course, Anne, you know I'm a fan of the show. Of course you knew when I saw this book I would have to get that. Thank you. It's very seasonal. And that's called The Walking Dead coloring book. Oh my lordy, and we going through the books today. I didn't even think I had this many. I'm going to have to make myself soup after this video. Red Queen, Carnival. This is book. This is a Pepin book, Art Nouveau. But the thing about this book is the pictures come out so light. Fairy Tales coloring book, Pusheen coloring book. Another book that was enabled by Jen, Cityscape. Everyone loves coloring patterns. Color your own fairy tales. World of Color. Beautiful Women. Enchanted Gardens by Nicolette Corby. Today is going to be a great day. This was a gift from my mother many years ago. Journey Through the Mystical Forest. Cursed Pirate Girl. Dragon Age, an adult coloring book. The biggest book I own, size-wise, I should say not size-wise, but length-wise, the big, beautiful adult coloring book. It's so big, and it's not even funny. $5.92. Fae Enchantment, Where the Wildflowers Grow. Images of Grace. Hello Kitty and Friends. Celtic Spirit. Mysterious Planets. Star Trek, To Boldly Go Where no one has gone before. Star Trek, The Next Generation. Oh, buddy. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to put this in a way that makes sense for me to put it in. That was the big blue tub. Now comes the fun part, guys. The books that nobody's even seen a flip through of yet. So now we go through the books to be flipped through. We're at the final box. I got 2 new books actually this week, so some of you may know. Fabulous Flowers by C.L. Aldridge. Winter Dreamlands by Edwina McNamee. Peaceful Village of Dreams. Well, the final box. Momo Girls tutorial book. Gnomes in the Neighborhood. Are we back? We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. No, we're not done. No, we're not done. Hold on, guys. Let me do this first. was like, I wasn't done. Lost people when that happened. Beat up Buffy. Now, this is another one. Coloring book quotes and sayings. Now, these haven't even had flip throughs yet. So, this is quotes and sayings. Beautiful dresses. Kimono. Gorgeous, beautiful princesses. Gorgeous princesses. Rapture. Find or color in Rapture. Josephine Wall, Enchanted Fairies. Cute little teddy bear by, this is the little bear, Rico Limita, or whatever it was. I saw that on Coloring Queen channels, that I had to get that. That's a really cute book. Might move that to the front to get flip through. Legendary Worlds coloring book. Legendary Landscapes. This has been a... Where are we now? Bookin' in Biloxi. Animals for Beginners. Who's Buffy? Is that the troll's name? I think Coloring Queen may have a collection slightly bigger than me. After Geomorphia was, hold on, after Geomorphia was I don't remember, guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go back. Color Me Enchanted. I Love My Hair. Flash, coloring in the tattoo style. The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. The Selection Coloring Book. Mortal Instruments. This is a Snow White coloring book. It is a foreign book that I got off of I'm gonna put that up so you guys can see. The Adorable Circle of Life adult coloring book. Now this is fun. This is funny in its own bizarre way. Enamored Coloring Book 1. This book was a gift from a friend. I think this was a gift from Corey, if I'm not mistaken. The Dragons and Magical Beast Extreme Coloring Book. Coloring History, The Tudors. coloring book. This is how bad it's becoming. That I'm having piles and piles, guys. This is the longest I think I've ever streamed in my life. I think I have one more pile after this and then we're going to be done. Tiny Kingdom by Lila Alexander. Magical Forest by Jade Summer. Tiny Kingdom. Colors Make You Happy. Now, this is the book that I bought from AliExpress. This is like an Alice in Wonderland, but the binding is terrible on this book. It is like the worst binding ever. So when you open it up, you can hear the snap of this book. I want to show you why. This is why you don't buy books off of Ali. I want to show you this so you guys get an understanding why I don't like buying books off of Ali. This was a book I bought off of AliExpress. I don't like this at all. That's why we don't buy this. This is like an Alice in Wonderland book, so that's why I don't recommend buying books from AliExpress. That's why I don't like buying it from them. The Wallpaper Coloring Book. The Art of Mindfulness, Serene and Tranquil Coloring. The Art of Mindfulness, Happy and Energized Coloring. The Art of Mindfulness, Relaxed and Focused Coloring. The Art of Mindfulness, Peace and Calm Coloring. I think I have... AliExpress is a place where you buy cheap color... I wouldn't say... But you buy Asian coloring books there for what we call a reasonable surprise. Okay, guys, the last pile. How many is that, Lori? The last pile, guys. Are you not happy? We have the last pile now. William Shakespeare, an adult coloring book by Odessa Begay. Color My Sketchbook. 26 Mythic Grayscale Sketches. I actually may take this out and work on this, actually. Take that out. Christopher Paolini, the official Aragon coloring book. Chibi Doodle Whimsy coloring book by Jenny Luan. That should be moved up in the flip deuce. That should be moved up in the flip deuce as well. Black River Art, coloring steampunk. Oh, I found my Mythical Mermaids coloring book, which I've been looking for this for like forever. I've been looking for this book forever. I finally found it. Mythical Mermaids Fantasy Adult Coloring Book. And the last one, but not the least one, Beauty and the Beast Coloring Book. This was enabled by somebody, so I've been looking for that one. I'm going to move that to the side because I want to work in that book. So when I want to work on the book, I want to work on a book, you know? So, so how many is that, Lori? Plus the flip PDFs come up to about 45. There's rooms in my book. 641 plus add 45 PDFs. Now, guys, I'm not going to show the PDFs because that is like, I'm like out of breath almost. Oh, yes, there are a few books coming. Hold on. Let me see what I have coming from Amazon. So I don't have them yet, but they're coming. So hold on. They're coming. There are books coming from Amazon. So I got to figure out how many are coming. 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. Okay. Okay, there are 3 books coming from Amazon. Selena Finneck is coming out with a new book, her unicorn book, so that will make 4. And then when the new Clara Makova book comes, that will be 5. So in total, that is 691 books in total. So we have 691 coloring books. Yeah, it was that was some collection, guys. So I know some of you are absolutely in shock that my collection is this big. I told you that I had a big, I'm sure, Anne, I am, you know what? There's one other place that I did not check. So if you guys, I had this one other place that I did not check. But I have to brave the freaking big box to do it. I hope you're happy. I have to brave this box. This is another box. No coloring books in the box, unfortunately. And so, it's not there. No. No, there isn't. I thought there was. There used to be books there. And everything that was in my bedroom, I took it. Oh, wait a minute. There's one more. There's one more. There's one more. And that is a finished one. There's one more book in the collection, but that is a completed coloring book, and that's why it is not there. There is one more. One more, guys. And this is a book that I finished. And I completed every single page in this book. So, who would have thought that I could do a 3-hour stream? So, there are 5 more books coming. So this is the Grazia Salvo book. I did this book with marker and pencil and some gel pens. So this book was done with marker and Anne knows what a nice juicy marker means. Right, Anne? We know a juicy marker is this. 692 books. Oh my goodness. Well, and I have 5 more coming. I have 2 coming today. I have 1 coming next Friday. And then Selena Finneck is coming out with a new unicorn book. And then I want the new Clara Coven book. So when you do add 5 to that total, and that'll be 697 books. So that will be it for the end of the year. Like this. You guys haven't seen the completed Grazia Salvo book. So, you guys wanted to see who, I think I have a big collection, but I think Coloring Queen may have, no, Coloring Queen has more, and I'm pretty sure. I didn't think I was going to get this done. And honest to God, Lori deserves a big hand, guys. Because without Lori, we wouldn't have gotten this book. Really, we wouldn't have gotten this book we would not have. Hi, Dusty. So this is the completed Grazia Salvo book. I ran out of marker and had to complete it with another color of marker, so. $6.91 includes pendant and PDF. Okay. So there are a lot of books that I have on PDF, like Forest Spirits, a few Jade Summers I have on PDF. That's because it was easier to get those books in PDF. This was one where I messed up the skin tone and then I had to go fix it with pencil to fix it. I messed up the skin tone, so I had to use pencil to fix it. This was marker and pencil together with some gel pen. This is the Grazia Salvo book. Some you can get on Amazon, some you can get on Etsy, some you can get on AliExpress. Yes, Asia, but the majority of my books come from Amazon. So that's what we did. This is my entire adult. So that is the collection. 691 books in total. It was 645 print books plus 45, I think, So thank you guys for coming. This was a very long stream. Now I have to put all these books back. I have to put all the books that are on my bed back away. $6.92 includes the completed one you just finished. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope it's been a fun week for you guys. I think I've lost my voice almost, so I probably will not be streaming tomorrow because my voice is almost gone unless something comes in. Thank you guys for coming. It's been I had a really fun time going through all the books. I didn't even realize I had that many until I started looking through them. So thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate you coming and bearing with me through this coloring book journey. So happy coloring, everybody. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.